Hey there, it's Avery Grace, and I'm back again with another video. And I kind of just really wanted to give an update on my life and how things are going. So, just recently, I took a week off. I needed a week off, and I really didn't do anything that I had hoped to accomplish during my week off. One of those things being off social media and getting housework done or setting up Christmas. I know it's November, it's so early, but as a content creator, you sometimes have to work a little ahead of people um, in order to get stuff done. And I learned that. I learned that last year, and then somehow this year, the unexpected just happened. So, like, let's talk about October. October I really wanted to accomplish a lot. I wanted October to be fun and like do different costumes and themes and really try to play with the idea of cosplay because why not? It's October. And I tried some things and some stuff failed and it is what it is. But although October was not the month that I had hoped it to be, I do like to reflect on each month and think about the good stuff that happened. And before I get into that, I do want to kind of highlight August. If you watched my claiming the month of August video, I was very high energy and I really believed that it was going to be my month, and it wasn't. But I don't want to just ignore that. I want to kind of focus in on that and kind of emphasize that the small things do add up and your hard work does add up, and you may not see it immediately, but what you will see is that with time it all unravels. So in August, I made a video. I said I was claiming the month of August. I had this really good energy that things were about to change. And so I worked really hard and I put my head down and I scheduled out so much stuff and I thought of new ideas and I implemented new systems for my business. And I really believed in myself. And I carried that. I did not let that light dim. There were so many nights that I stayed up super late or I didn't sleep at all. And my sleep schedule was all over the place. But I don't beat myself up anymore about that. I realize that I sometimes hyper fixate on some of the ideas I have and I have to implement them because I feel so strongly about them that it's like I have to do it now or never. That's what it feels like sometimes. And so I'll spend the entire night doing just that and brainstorming and putting things in place until I feel satisfied. And that's how my brain works sometimes. And then I give myself a break during the other days. So, August, I look at now as building blocks. I was building the blocks. What am I trying to say? I was building up the month of August to be a really great month, and although it was not, it still was. Because September, I broke a new record with everything. It was my best month. I made the most money. So much happened for me. And that is what I'm grateful for. And so now October, let's get into October. Now with the stuff that we did in August and September, we are seeing it in October. I went on a podcast. I got to express how I feel and share my ideas and what is working for me. And that really touched a lot of people. And I've gained a lot of support from it. And so many people have reached out to just tell me how I've inspired them or motivated them or, that they feel like they align with me. And that makes me feel really good. And so that's a win in my book. Going on the podcast was so scary to allow someone else to have control of your voice and what you want to say. And I even had a few conversations with a friend close to me that's not in this type of work, and she was asking me how I do it and how do you make these videos? And she's not in this realm or this industry. She doesn't understand, but she does have goals where she wants to eventually do something similar. And I think that's great. She inspires me in so many ways, and I love that she supports me. So we had this conversation, and it made me think about, like, how do I do it? And, like, how do I put these videos out? How do I get on other people's podcasts? And I think the thing that, like, finally clicked to me is that I'm sharing little bits of myself. You're not seeing the whole picture. You're not going to see the whole picture unless you dive in more. And, sometimes that's what we see on social media. You see just a little bit of a person. And yeah, people are going to judge you straight off, like, face value, what they just saw. But that's not who you are in a whole. That might be a little piece of you, but when I look back at all the videos I've made, I feel so disconnected from that person. Like, that's me. I made those videos. That's who I was. But I am continuing to grow and learn and be my own person and express my feelings. And, with that, there's lots of change. And that's still me. That was still me that made all those videos. But what is so fascinating is that I'm allowing people in to see how I got to this point. What makes me who I am today? And, I've thought about, like, should I delete, like, some of my old videos because they're kind of cringe? Maybe I was too emotional. Maybe I didn't convey my message the way that I had hoped. But you know what? No, I don't. I'm not going to delete those videos because that was me. That was who I was in those moments. And so, yeah, somebody might, like, watch one of those videos and think that that's how I feel and think today, but that would just be dumb. That would be dumb. And so that's also why I continue to make videos, because I am continuing to show up and show people who I am and how I've grown and what I've learned. And, and that's what I find so fun and fascinating about following creators, because you learn a lot about them and what it took and, like, the mindset. And, yeah, there's a lot of people I follow, and I've watched every single one of their videos. It feels insane, but I spend way too much time watching other people. One, because I'm an observer. I like to observe people so that I don't make the same mistakes. And also, I'm a very curious person. I like to know, like, how they felt in those moments, and, like, to know that I'm not alone. And so that's what really helps me with creating videos, is that you are speaking to somebody. Somebody is watching your videos because they want to hear you. They want to hear what you have to say. They want to know what makes you you. There are so many, like, continuous things that I could say about why somebody watches you. Maybe somebody watches me because they want to figure out if they want to follow me or if they want to see more. If, like, you can continue that list on. But you're never going to know if you don't put yourself out there and find out. And so that's what I'm doing. I'm putting myself out there. I'm allowing my walls to come down and be vulnerable in this way because I want people to get to know me. And I want people to know that I'm continuously growing as a person, and I'm only going to get better. I'm only going to get better because I refuse to go backwards. And so I've been kind of all over the place lately. I'm going to be honest. And, I really want to be authentic and real with you guys. And my friend, like, when we had this conversation as well, she was like, why have you not expressed these feelings? And it's like, or, like, the emotional feelings that I'm feeling, like, maybe with my depression. Like, I talk about depression, but I don't really dive into it. And, because, one, it is a sensitive topic. It's very hard to navigate sometimes, and I see that. And especially when you're in this industry or you're a content creator in general, it's a lot. It's a lot of stuff that's constantly moving, and you have to be consistently showing up, and you have to put things in place that allow you to have room to breathe. Okay? So, I've created a lot of stuff that allows me time to myself, but still able to continue to show up and work and communicate with my audience. And so I took a week off, and, I had scheduled posting, and I had stuff still going out on social media for marketing because I had all that stuff already done. That is always, like, my key thing, is do so much work that you can, like, step back, because you don't have, like, so say, for example, like TikTok and Instagram, I will do batch work. I will do batch work where I create a bunch of videos, like for example, in my car. I'll go to the park and I'll make some jokes and I film it one by one. And that's how you do it. You just little clips. Just get as much as you can out, okay? And then step back. Go home. Obviously go home. And when you're ready for posting, start posting them because they're ready. They're sitting in your drafts. So that allows me some time in between from when I created to when I run out of content. So I can either continue to create content in that time, or I can take a breather, or I can do both. It really just depends. That's kind of how I am. And then, like, for example, Twitter, or Instagram again, because it is or Threads, those social medias that you can post pictures on. You take some, you should be taking photos. So take some safe for work photos and have those ready to go. You don't have to come up with captions on the spot. Like, I've tried it. I try it, and I have some, like, to the side. But honestly, a lot of what I post, like, caption-wise, is how I'm feeling in that moment. Like, is there a joke? Is there something? Like, when I look at this photo, what do I think? And I kind of look at it as if I'm looking at it for the first time, and I come up with something on the spot. So don't put so much pressure on yourself that you have to do everything all at once. And, yeah, the idea is that you're just creating content. Don't complicate it. If you feel like you're complicating it, that's when you need to step back and, like, realize you're doing too much. At least that's how I've viewed it, and it's helped me realize that, yes, I am doing too much. I'm complicating it too much. It doesn't have to be this complicated. But what I've found to be the most important is just have stuff ready. And, if you are good with coming up with things in the moment, because I am, that's how I do these videos. I come up with what I'm going to talk about in the video as I'm sitting here. I don't know what's going to come out of my mouth in the next sentence. I just kind of go with how I'm feeling. And if you're that type of person, more power to you, because then you can use that to your advantage. But there are also people that do need to do the prep work and have captions ready, and that's okay. Do that if that's what you need to focus your time on. We are so different. We are so different that you have to find what works for you. And that was, like, the most confusing part about becoming a creator, because I was trying to listen to other people, and you should hear what they have to say, but it gets really confusing because there's so many different ways you can do things. But at the end of the day, you need to step back and realize, what are you capable of? What can you do? How can you put yourself out there? And just kind of, as you're listening to other people, kind of round it up, I don't know, and kind of just have it ready so that it makes your life easier. So I took a week off, and I didn't do anything that I had hoped I wanted, I wanted to detach from social media, but I didn't, because there's a lot happening in the world. I wanted to clean my house, deep clean it, take care of projects I've been putting off. I didn't do it. I wanted to put up Christmas so that I can get my Christmas shoots ready. I didn't do it. But you know what? It's not the end of the world. I have today, tomorrow, and the rest of my will to live. So it's okay that we don't always accomplish everything that we want to accomplish. What matters is that with each day, we're making little steps. We are making progress. And that is what is important. So today, let's just talk about today. I bed rotted when I first woke up. I bed rotted until about 1 o'clock, 1 p.m. Yep, that's crazy. I know. But some days it's like that. But you know what? I knew that I was going to get some stuff done, and I just needed to, like, lay in bed a little longer. I needed to soak in that, like, here we are. And I got out of bed, and I did what I've always done when I need to get myself in a good mood. And I made myself coffee, I made myself breakfast, and then I sat down and I ate that. I listened to my favorite podcast, or one of them. And then after that, after I was finished, I was still kind of feeling low mood. I was like, I don't know what I want to do. I don't know. So I put on some music. I turned on the living room TV and I blasted music so loud that you could hear it throughout the house, because it didn't matter where I was in the house. I wanted to hear it. I wanted to feel the energy, and that's what I did. And then eventually, after I found myself dancing and having fun and feeling good again, I thought, go wash your face. Go wash your face. And I went and washed my face, and then I was like, let's put some makeup on. And we did. And then we put some dry shampoo in the hair. I didn't really do much. It is what it is. But you know what? I did enough to feel okay and feel good about myself that I could record myself and show up for you guys. I know I've been kind of recording and not really caring what I look like. That's been kind of a personal preference because I'm just trying to love myself for who I am. I don't have to show up every day polished to perfection. You don't either. But if you want to, you can. And sometimes for me, that's what I need to feel confident. So allow yourself that if that's what you need. If you need to feel confident by putting makeup on, do it. No one's stopping you. That's what makes me feel beautiful sometimes. That's what makes me feel like I can get some stuff done. Honestly, like after I wrap up this video, I'm gonna go put on a really cute outfit and I'm gonna get some housework done and I'm gonna get back to in the groove of things by answering messages and stuff on my spicy sides. And I'm just gonna have a good day because I told everyone I was gonna show up today. I did. I didn't say what time. I did not say what time, but I did say that I was going to show up today, and that's what I'm going to do. And it doesn't matter what time I show up. I'm showing up. And sometimes that's what you got to focus on. Focus on what you say because you don't want your word to like fall short. You want your word to mean something. And so that's why like sometimes I'm very careful about what I say. I don't say what time because I knew that I was gonna feel a little heavy today coming back just because I didn't feel like I was ready. But I did. But I showed up and I'm feeling good now. And that's by allowing myself time. Allow yourself time. Allow yourself patience. It's gonna be okay. Thanks for watching. This is probably my longest video today, but I'm gonna go ahead and post it because I feel like I said what I needed to say. And I hope that the people that needed to hear it heard it. And if you are curious more about me, then I'm happy you're here because I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to continue to show up. Even if I can't get the words out, I will be here. And so if you need that, then I'm here for you. I'm going to show up because I need to show up for myself as well because I'm trying to prove something to myself. I'm trying to prove something to other people, but more importantly to myself because I need it and we need it. Sometimes you have to do those things in order to know that you do have some sort of control over your life. So thank you for watching this video today. If you liked it, please thumbs up. If you want to see more of me, please subscribe. If you want to see when my next video comes out, turn that notification bell on. I am working on having a consistent schedule. There's my dog, Maple. So thank you guys. Thank you for being here with me today and caring for what I have to say. Like that means so much to me. Seriously. Thank you. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. I'll see you next time. Bye.